Hey, what's going on? It's none other than your favorite non-Bay PG Omani, aka PG-13, PG-13, whatever else may have you. Too much shake is. And for today's episode, this is kind of like a special thing, right? They have this new Wednesday Addams show that just debuted on Netflix this week. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit down and pretty much review each episode. I plan to make this like a weekly thing. So every Wednesday, I'll have an episode debuting with my thoughts and reviews on every episode of Wednesday. I might wish this was like a weekly, like they release an episode every week, but nope. Netflix just went all in and released all 8 episodes one shot. But these reviews will be coming in weekly, all right? So you have to sit back and wait on every episode. As usual, I have my partner in crime here helping me to review. She interested in doing a lot of things with me on my channel. So I'm like, yeah, man, I need a second or whatever when I'm not no guest or anything like that. Come on.
So you trying to make me sound like I asked to come?
I mean, I asked for some of the stuff too, yeah, of course.
Okay.
But this idea was the idea.
Yes, it was my idea. I was saying he needs
which
to
is a really good idea.
to some stuff. Because there's the react channels of what I've noticed. Even though there's many of them, a lot of them, majority of them are actually very popular.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing different content, pull in different people, get those likes and subscribe. Hint, hint.
I could care less about that stuff, but I would.
You need it.
I don't
Hint,
care.
hint.
I literally don't care. But
Don't mind him.
no way, I don't, honestly. But yeah, that's actually a good thing to do because we haven't, like I say, this is the first time I actually doing something like this. So tell me how you guys like it. If you need to change the format or if anything don't sit right with you, if it's too boring or too long, whatever. I mean, we can sit down and we can tweak it and stuff too based on how we see fit. But yeah, the first thing I'm doing it with is this series, like I say, that just came out Wednesday, based on the Addams Family franchise. Let me tell you, the Addams Family is one of my favorite franchises. All right, I know that sounds kind of weird because people who know me would be like, you don't really speak too much about the Addams Family, but truth be told, I love the Addams Family. The entire
It's just
franchise.
a staple of your childhood, really.
Yeah,
all of those shows.
And I think the Addams Family, it ain't a hard franchise to actually get right. You know, although there was that one
get
time.
Wrong?
No, it ain't a hard franchise to get. Yeah, let me say that.
To get wrong.
It ain't a hard franchise to get wrong. It's so easy to get it right, except for that one time when they had that poor TV show. I can't remember where it came on, but that was like the only instance or the only iteration of the Addams Family that was pretty much dead wrong. Otherwise, the old comic, the old show, the films, the animated films too, because that was
Definitely.
that was the first
I think that was the
live
one.
actions.
The one of the recent ones that they released was actually really good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that
the
one.
first 2 live actions was good. That's Addams Family Values, and then the 2, like I say, the 2 animated films that just came out a few years back, the Addams Family, and then the second one, that was really good. Fun fact: my brand Wednesday Tuesday, a part of its origin story comes from the Addams Family franchise. So that goes to show you just how much I actually like this franchise. Although it wasn't literally like, it wasn't me naming Wednesday Tuesday. It goes into a backstory with my dad and all that stuff too. But the origin of it came from the Addams Family franchise. And the thing I like about the Addams Family is because it's so natural. The thing with the Addams Family is
It's hilarious.
you sit down and you always think that what's supposed to be normal, and it, for some weird reason, it always catches me off guard when something abnormal happens, and then I catch myself and be like, yeah, the Addams, of course, that would catch me off guard because what's supposed to be normal to us isn't normal to them. And a good thing to make the Addams Family good too, the way to get it right too is the more bright and green you have the people surrounding them, the more that they're able to flourish. You know, to show how dark they are. You know, because you have everybody with sunshine and rainbows around them, which shows how much more darker they is. So, yeah, that's what happened.
Just waiting for your log to finish.
I mean, you could freaking help me with the band here too.
I mean, you would go into description. I'm pretty sure the Addams Family is a very popular show.
We can be
pretty sure there's a lot of people who understand that part. And most of this is going to be caught in the recap anyway. So it's like, you've given out an entire eulogy.
Yeah, because I mean, these things is commentary, you know. Because I mean, once we sitting there and watching it, we could be talking over it, but at the same time, ain't a lot of talking need to be done, you know. But it's whatever. We can sit there and we're gonna just review. We're gonna go from the first episode. So we're gonna play this first episode here.
Yes. So you gotta use this as a cover for this episode. I actually love this opening, you know.
I think it's good casting. Besides the look, I think everybody who plays that part plays it very well.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I think Wednesday is the most consistently best acted role in the Addams Family when it comes to live actions and animated.
First of all, this is one thing I don't understand. Why are they swimming to the other side of the pool? To the other end of the pool. I was trying to get to the side. You could imagine being in school and you went swimming class and somebody drop around and something. Bruh, I'm gonna haunt you. I will haunt you.
Actually, pretty good casting in my opinion for these two.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't like them at first. And at first when I saw them, I thought it was a little off-putting too. But then I kind of sat down and I thought about it, especially with the original comic. And I'm like, it works, you know.
I'm living for the fact that Netflix has actually included a lot of diversity in a lot of the shows that they've been recently putting out.
I mean, you know, it's a new culture now.
Of course.
Everybody got to be diverse.
It's the faces of these people.
It's the delivery to Addams. I love it. Everybody knows how to give good delivery when it comes to Addams characters.
You can imagine wearing all black
all the time?
day.
I wish I could.
I mean, you kind of already do.
I say not, right, not I wish I could imagine. I wish I actually could. Like I kind of already do is correct for real. Badass.
That move was solid though. How would you feel as Wednesday's therapist?
Pretty much intrigued, honestly. Be like, let's peel off all of these layers because Wednesday is the onion of onions.
I like the fact that they didn't make her uniform sexual or anything like that. Because it's like, you know, in this day and time, they gotta make everything kind of slutty.
Yeah, Wednesday wouldn't have it. Yeah, but you can tell that they privileged, so they don't know how to really be rough. And
this fight scene
they
is
get their ass
so...
kicked. Yeah, how do they go from the super awesome fencing fight scene with her doing a split cartwheel kick to this bad fight scene?
It was a great cast for this little girl too, because she looked like she could have grew up to be Wednesday.
Yeah, man. I mean, pretty easy too. Just put some pigtails on somebody, but no, it's actual good-looking character.
Features.
Yeah, the face features good too. And these clowns. It just was so off-putting out of the game that I wonder if that was like the intention.
I know, right?
Because it was so awkward and weird and it's like, oh, we're on the scene again.
And why you got sticks in your hand? Like, you're not really supposed to be that bad. All I gotta do is burst in your head with one rock. She's now see, why does that look like the corpse bride on crap? Or like if they had a child with a werewolf. Or Smeagol on crap.
Yeah, Smeagol on crap. Yep, done with episode 1. I think that was a pretty good opening episode for a series. Especially for the Addams Family. I think they did it very massively. Gets you intrigued, pulls you in, makes you want to see the rest of the entire show, honestly.
Yeah, it's not a lot of Netflix shows that make me actually want to watch the entire season one shot. I think the actual last series that got my attention like that would probably have been The Boys or Invincible, where I actually
Well,
wanted
I
to
mean,
binge watch. Those are not Netflix shows, by
yeah,
the way. Those are Amazon Prime shows. But they was the last series that I watched that made me want to binge all one shot. Not where I could just watch episode today, come out tomorrow or 2 days later, and like I actually want to sit here and watch the entire thing.
yeah,
So
really,
that's good.
yeah, really strong opening. I hope for the rest of the season they do focus a little bit more on some of the family members. I understand that this episode had to center a lot around Wednesday, especially because the series is named after her.
I would assume
Honestly,
the entire season would be the entire show would be centered around her, because the show's name is Wednesday, not the Addams Family. So I'm
yeah,
pretty
but
sure we're gonna see more of her than we are the rest of the family.
yeah, most
But
definitely. But I actually expect them to. I feel like they could use Wednesday like as a central point, but then they could make it more so about Adams anyway, because the Adams family in their own right is a good franchise. It's good, It's a good franchise. It's a good show to watch. So they could get away with actually presenting this as just basically an Adams family show, and then make Wednesday like the central point. Well, that's what they kind of doing,
yeah, they
making
also
it a central
introduce a
point.
lot of storylines.
Yeah.
Like
So
it's a good amount of different storylines that you could follow, that you could see them developing throughout the show. The one I did not catch his name, but the son and his dad being a sheriff, obviously Wednesday. The history between the headmistress and Matasha. The history between, I guess you could say, the village itself and the
and then
school.
Gomez being a murderer,
Yeah, and then Gomez being a murderer, and then of course the boy that died at the end of this episode, Rohan. Was that his name?
something like that.
Somewhere around that. His mother predicting. I feel like that's the pretty much going to be the main storyline for this season at least. With them predicting that Wednesday is supposed to destroy the school, even though I don't think it's Wednesday that's going to destroy the school. I think she's there to save it, but they have like another character that's hidden that's supposed to actually destroy the school, because they were already showing certain clips. One when, oh Lord, what's the name? I need to remember these characters' names.
I mean, it's a new franchise, so the
Um,
more you watch it, you can start to understand the characters and get to know them more.
yeah, the one that saved them from when the gargoyle was getting pushed in the head. When I first, like, when you look at it, she already passed it.
That was just the angle. Yeah, that
That
guy.
dude, him, just from her, when they opened it, explained how she saved him when he was younger, even though to her it was just an accident. And then her going to stick up her Rohan, and that very first scene with the fencing between her and the queen bee. I don't
Yeah.
remember the girl name.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
So it's like they're showing her good sides.
Bianca, that was her name.
Bianca, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're showing like her good sides, but then they're also showing that she just is choosing to be. I don't know if that's the correct thing. Because then a lot of these Netflix shows, they start off following the traditional, when they have a source material. They start off following the traditional source material, and then like once they get the momentum, they start to switch it up and do something different.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're going to stick somewhat to the traditional Wednesday, but they're also going to try and make her not so gloomy, not so dark, by showing the parts where she saved people. I feel like they're trying to introduce the good side of her.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I think, like you said, anything with her saving anybody probably gonna be unintentional, right? Where she was intrigued by something else or something for. I feel like Wednesday would be like an anti-hero, right? Everything would be honestly for personal gain.
But
It's,
also
it's
with Rohan at the last one, that was in personal gain. She had a vision where she saw him dying and she went to save him. That was a personal gain.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. But then I actually feel like a lot should be like a personal game, but it could be where, like you say, they might be showing where she don't necessarily care for people or whatever, but she just trying. Well,
I
there
would
ain't
say,
technically no right and wrong things with the Adams. They just do things in strange ways, honestly.
yeah, and then at the same
So
time, I wouldn't even say that she doesn't care about people, because she already started to form connections. One, we could be already seeing a possible love triangle. Sheriff's son and dude who saved her from the goggle. What the fuck?
gargoyle.
Gargoyle. I'm so sorry. Yeah, those two. That's a possible love triangle. Clearly, they made sure to bring that part up. But then the relationship between her and her roommate, it started off very rocky, and now they're like on somewhat of a common ground, but not really on a common ground.
Not really. I mean,
Because they had a moment.
I see that relationship actually blossoming in the future episodes because obviously she ain't gonna get away from the school right now.
No, she's planning on staying because they have her in. They have her interest now with the
Yeah,
whole murder
and all of that
and
stuff.
all these
Yeah.
scenes going on, and she's intrigued by
So
it. Plus,
I could definitely see that relationship blossoming.
it's also on the borderline of the books that she's been writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this would give her a real life version of events of the books that she's been writing. So I guess.
I wonder how they would incorporate. I keep going back to the rest of the family. I wonder how they would incorporate them into the story if they'd have to like come into the school for any particular reason or
Well,
something.
I actually saw some, not video clips, but like pictures or stills from different scenes. Further down in the season where Gomez was in the traditional orange jumpsuit. So I'm guessing he's eventually going to be arrested for whatever murder he did or did not commit.
That's not a traditional orange jumpsuit. I was like, what traditional orange jumpsuit? I never remember Gomez being in
Don't-
orange.
No,
I mean, a
I
jail
meant
suit.
I mean traditional when I was meaning by jail. Yeah, jail
Yeah.
suit.
Nice.
Not traditional for Addams Family, of course not. But like traditional as in jail.
Yeah. I mean, he had this mug. Well, in this episode, they did show the mug shots and stuff like that in the criminal record. So
Not the criminal. No, I mean later down. Him older, not him younger. The older version of him.
like I say, yeah, they did, yeah, but they did show that he actually did get, I guess, mug shots and stuff like that too. So yeah, so they can explore that and stuff like that. That'd be good. I like the town trying to get used to her too. The crappy fight scene between the pilgrims and her though, it was like,
Oh, that was unnecessary. I feel like they was trying to. That was unnecessary. Because initially, when the first time watching it, I should say, that I thought Bianca was annoying, but now I actually like her. Like watching her the second time around, I actually like it. But that pilgrim scene is just more irritating now. It's just the acting is horrible. I'm sorry. Oh no, this is bad acting.
like
Why his face like that?
the most softest rough group of
So he's supposed to be trying to be a bad boy, I'm guessing? But yeah, the eyes.
roughnecks. I feel like it's supposed to probably come off like that because it's like
No,
y'all-
he was trying. It's like you could tell, like, it's very hard to tell when a person is a decent person just from seeing a picture or just one video of them to tell if they're actually a good soul. Because, you know, a lot of times we see in pictures and videos of people laughing, smiling, and then they murder 20 people. You know, it's not that. But, like, in this, I could see where the black boy, I don't know what if he has an actual name on this or not. But you could tell, like, he was trying to look like a bad boy. The stereotypical bad black that they need to have in every movie.
No, I think that's why I say, and I think that's why I feel like they told him to intentionally act that way to make.
To mash up his mullet, and I was like,
Yeah, I think that was intentional, honestly, because then it's like
it wasn't working. He does
obviously
not.
they privileged, and then they supposed to be coming off as if like, we rough and tough, we rough and that. You know what I'm trying to say? But
No, but you know, privileged kids tend to be bullies. No offense to the privileged kids watching this, but privileged children tend to be bullies, and they tend to pick on
but that's the thing.
those less than them. So they don't have
When
to.
you have a child really trying to really be a bully, it's like we can't take this base seriously. You can't really take them seriously when they really trying to act out and act rough and tough. Granted that some of them are sleep, like don't sleep on some of them. They could really get you messed up. But if you just leave it up to them, like step into you, it's like, I'm gonna wipe the smug off his face easy. Which
It depends on the
she
type.
literally swiftly did right after.
I mean, yeah, she did it, but
They
that
didn't
also
have
depends
no
on
bite to the bark.
what
They
type
didn't have
of
no bite to the
person.
bark, and that's I think that's why. I think that's what the direction for them was. It's like y'all gonna bark, but y'all have literally no bite. Yeah, one of her old school could be incorporated down the line too. Or they might just not want to have anything to do with her. I don't know. They might have a beeline story with Pugsley, something at the old school too. You just have to go and see. So it just probably be on to the season 2, on to episode 2. So we'd have to just check out episode 2, and we could have a little discussion about that episode 2 once we finish watching it. So coming up, it's episode 2.
Jesus, you said that like 5 times just now. Like,
Episode 2.
my God.
Episode 2.
If you are taking a
Episode
shot
2.
every time you said episode 2, you will
Take
go
another
on.
shot of episode 2. I'm gonna be watching what they saying, fam. Title card.
This story is about to take a dark turn. Usually I love dark turns.
That narration
It's mysteriously failed on my
I like the narration.
remind me of Lemony Snicket. Only Wednesday could hibernate with grizzlies.
I'm dying over this Medusa over the fire though.
Yeah, that's kind of solid.
You have 5 minutes.
The mouth be in the fire pit.
And this is what I mean, love interest. This is gonna be weird.
So I think it's so easy to write for Addams. You just put your demented side out there.
Uh-huh.
I like that right there. Don't let your fingers out of your sight. 2 different senses, right?
You training people and you can't hit bullseye?
Real.
Well, so nobody else see this hand crawling across the floor.
Nobody. Now he can flush himself to another dimension. Oh,
Oh,
Superman wide. Nope.
that is disturbingly creepy.
Bianca probably gonna be like one of the only people Wednesday might be able to depend on in a situation.
Probably because
She's
she's
smart.
strong. Yeah, she's strong.
I feel like this very heavily inspired from Harry Potter.
At least I'm not the only person catching some whiffs of it.
You're right.
I am convinced this teacher is whatever creature this is killing people.
Killer instinct. I gotta insert that there.
Killer instinct.
No hugging. This is definitely reminding me of Hogwarts enough.
Right? Competition, right?
Oh, I don't like them. I really don't like this girl.
I don't
She
actually love
gone.
her.
Yeah, she calls me hater now.
Poke him in the eye. I'll punch him in the face. Wow. You lightweight.
Oh, this is total Harry Potter vibes. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. It's not twice. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Come on.
Oh, come
They supposed
on.
to play that right there. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, that's powerful. Oh, I love how they incorporated that.
See, that's the second part of the picture.
Uh-huh.
See that, right?
Oh,
So we made it to the end of episode 2. Now, after watching 2 episodes, shaping up to be a really good series. Really good franchise. I'm liking it so far.
I'm living for the ending. There's so much more that I can't get over the how she just answered the riddle, and then the classic "dun-dun-dun-dun." Like I love how they're incorporating the original and like
The source
traits.
material. Yeah, they-
traits from the original.
I mean, they have no choice but to, right? I mean, not to say that everybody would, but
Yeah,
the
but
small little trinkets and droplets of what they're doing make sense. You know what I'm
it
saying?
does, and it's like,
And people like of our age and who knows about the franchise would know these things.
yeah, and it's also making me, honestly, I want to binge watch this so bad, but this person right here is making me wait. But I want to binge watch
Yeah, because
it.
we should make a real
Yeah,
series
but
of
it's
this.
like,
And
I mean, yeah, but
so yeah,
it's
so
like, it's actually really good. Shockingly, I'm no longer a Bianca fan. Oh, I don't like them. I really don't like this girl.
I don't
She
actually love
gone.
her.
Yeah, she caused me hating her. She irritated my soul this episode.
I told you from the first episode.
No,
I didn't like her.
the first episode, the first time we watched the first episode, I hated her. The second time we watched it, oh, I was okay. I was okay with her. But now I'm like, she's just the uppity crew. Is what I want to call her. Like those people, and I'm living for the fact that they didn't win. Again, this is giving serious Harry Potter vibes. With what the was Ophelia House not having won since the last time Morticia was there. And then it's like the same thing with Harry Potter. Slytherin House was carrying all the house cups until Harry showed up.
Right.
So it's like, it's giving me a little Harry Potter.
Yeah, probably definitely inspired.
Yeah.
You could definitely
Listen,
see where the
everybody can learn
inspiration
from
comes
Harry Potter, okay? You can live and learn and grow. But I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't feel like we paid enough attention to the fight between Tyler. At least I'm finally learning one of the names, Tyler.
Which one
That's
is Tyler?
the officer's son. The next dude, I don't know what his name is, but the little the next dude and Rohan's fight inside, but like when they were arguing, the flash that Wednesday had when she touched the flag at the at the thingy
at the boat race.
Yeah, and then the little white version of her was giving me what was it? Queen Anne. Red Alice
Resident Evil?
from Resident Evil.
Yeah, the White Queen.
Yeah, White Queen. It was giving me that when I saw it, and I was like, okay, creepy people, understood.
Yeah, it was something at the beginning of the episode that I kind of forgot. But anyway, it was something that I wanted to make a note of, but it's whatever.
Okay, just whatever.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you could just rewatch it and then just go back and add your little piece in.
Nobody doing all that.
Oh Lord.
Well, from the last episode that we discussed, no family members in this one. This is heavily based on.
That's why I was saying it's probably
Wednesday
going
in the
to
school.
be. It's probably going to be
Like,
thoroughly Wednesday because they're making the storyline like our parents' part. They're probably going to show up maybe episode 4. I'd say episode 4.
No, they think the family coming back in episode 3 because I mean they got to give them some type of screen time.
No, they're going to give them screen time, but I'm saying I don't think it's going to be until like episode 4. They'll probably do like flashbacks of their younger years or something like that in episode 3. Because remember now, she was inside the secret society. Well, not secret society, but the society that was there when her parents was there. But according to the what was that woman name? Who's supposed to be there? I guess their dorm attendant, their master, the dorm, whoever that woman is. But the red hair, who
suspicious
I say,
teacher, right?
Yeah, the suspicious teacher. She said that this the society disbanded. Personally, I feel like she was a part of that society. She's just making herself unnecessarily creepy. But
yeah, that might be like a. Granted that she has red hair, right? She could be a red herring.
Nah, it has nothing to do with her having red hair. It's.
No, I'm just saying that would be uncanny if she is planted as a red herring and she does have red hair at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
That would make things funnier.
That would be funny.
Right.
But yeah, I feel as though she probably was a part of that society too. And they had to close it down. Probably has to do with this murder that they brought up in episode 1 with Gomez.
Right.
And that's probably why they closed it down, because all of the books were purple. So I'm assuming that all of them wrote in purple books, and then each student, like their books were logged when they left. So I'm assuming that's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna cosplay this Wednesday. I was thinking about that the whole episode. I was like, I can do this cosplay, you know.
I was thinking of Morticia. So
Yeah, I could do the Wednesday cosplay.
what I would live for if somebody managed to cosplay a Sting.
I thought about that, and
That
I'm like,
would
that'd be
be
super difficult.
The most epic. I don't think it would be that difficult. I think it would just be getting the sizing down. Because you could always just use styrofoam, right? You already have your arms and your legs. That's already 4 parts. You just need to add a second one. I mean, a fifth one to make the thumb. And your head could be the wrist part that's cut off.
A life-size
A life-size thing would be creepy. But it would be
find a way to make it a visible costume and then just make my hand be the part.
Yeah.
And then just
I mean, no, not just yeah. I then again, you know a thing also. I don't know if you remember the movie.
Which one? There's 2.
No,
Oh, you mean
no,
animated
not Addams Family movie. There was this movie where the guy's hand, I think it was his left hand, turned evil, and it was like killing people, and like he chopped it off, and he was trying to like.
I think I know that film. Yeah,
that's what reminded me of Thing right now. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like connecting other stuff to the first episode, they didn't really thread into too much of combining. Well, not combining, but I mean like connecting the 2 stories of the episode. So I guess they can delve or dig deeper into the mystery of the first. I mean, well, they showed all the ruined stuff.
They did when they showed.
Yeah, they showed all the ruined stuff and like, okay, he wasn't dead, and well, no, he is
now
dead.
we know he's actually dead.
Right.
And the headmistress is covering it up.
Right.
So more than likely, she actually knows who, or she's trying to stop Wednesday.
Something, but I kind of really like this
Unless
whole
she was
mystery
also
thing
a
going
part.
on too.
Unless she was also a part of the secret society that disbanded. And
Yeah,
she
probably.
knows about this so-called prophecy, whatever it is, that was spoken about Wednesday coming to the school to destroy it. So she probably knows what it is. I'm trying to figure out why would a parent send her there, knowing that they have this type of history.
Right? Yeah.
So it's like, are they trying? Because do they know that Wednesday is going to bring the truth out and clear their names?
I think that's, now that I'm thinking about that, like it was flexing in my mind too. I'm like, yeah, they probably made it seem like, oh yeah, there's a great school, but yeah, they did send her there with an agenda other than the agenda that they was claiming to have sent her there with. You know?
No.
So yeah, that's probably a hidden agenda they sent her there with. Obviously.
I like the fact that she has Thing though, as a backup. Because like looking at this now with everything that's going on, I don't think she would have been able to get as far as she's gotten without Thing.
Don't underestimate Wednesday.
No, I know Wednesday is
Thing's
strong
coming.
within her own right, but there's certain things.
Thing come in the clutch still though.
He comes in the clutch, exactly, because nobody really paying attention. First of all, he walked through an entire train station. Nobody see a hand crawling on the floor.
Man.
How you only see that? So nobody else see this hand crawling across the floor.
Nobody. Right. And then he punched the siren in the face. That was dope. Poke him in the eye. I
Bitch.
punched him in the face. Wow. You light, babe.
That how you a siren? Y'all like they make this is the one thing I don't like about is it non-fiction? Non-fiction shows. Right?
Fiction shows?
Fiction shows, is that what it's supposed to be?
If you're saying non-fiction, that's fact.
Sorry, that part. I shame because I'm a reader, so don't mind all that. But for like stories like this, right? If you look at the origin of what mermaids are supposed to be, they're not these little sweet, little whimsical, flaky, weak creatures. They are these warriors, scary African warriors. First of all, undersea mermaids that will rip you apart. And like the fact that he just got knocked out from a hand that's not even connected to a body.
Man.
I'm sorry. And you get caught by, yeah, I mean, I understand
By
technically
netting.
he's a fish,
Right.
but he should have been able to get out. Like, I feel like the H2O mermaids would have been able to fight back. I'm sorry. Like, he was weak.
Right. Right.
He was
right.
weak. He was very weak. Like, I really hope they don't have them that weak and that whimsy.
No, I think they definitely can have. I think it was just like plot armor for Thing. Granted, the Thing has supreme strength, actually.
It
Thing has
does.
his own little powers or whatever, but I think at the
does.
time I feel like that was plot armor or
That was,
whatever.
yeah, it had to be. Plus, they better not. If I see any sparkling vampires, I will lose my.
They might do that to just make fun of the Twilight series.
Because I loved it, like the book version of Twilight. I hated the movies. I'm sorry, the movies outside of the last movie fight scene was trash. I just hated it. But vampires do not sparkle, and the werewolves do not burst into fur. Okay, so it's like I really hope whenever they do show the werewolves there, they make it more realistic.
Yeah,
Especially
vicious
like
and
how
that.
I mean, well, not to bring up Harry Potter again, but if you Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, when Remus transformed after when they were coming out of the Whomping Willow, just towards the end of the movie, and you actually see him transform into the werewolf. It's not a pretty
It's like
puppy
yeah,
dog
yeah,
size
yeah.
werewolf. It's a ugly ass thing. So I'm hoping that they keep, because honestly and truly, the creature that attacked in episode 1 kind of reminded me like the werewolf Remus from Harry Potter, but like if him and Precious, sorry, no, what was his name? From Lord of the Rings, Smeagol. Or Smeagol on crap.
Yeah, Smeagol and crap.
If him and Smeagol had a child, like that's the conversion. You'll have to put the pictures up there so they know what I mean. You'll
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to find
I mean,
the
if-
snap, like the picture of Remus when he turned into the werewolf,
Right.
and then Smeagol, and then the picture of that creature. It looks exactly, if they had a child, what that child would look like.
Yeah, Drad. So 2 episodes in, what's the verdict so far?
Love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a
Very
must
good
watch.
show. I mean, once again, I love the Addams Family anyway, and this spin on it, well, I mean, they made a show. They made a show.
Yeah, they made,
It's really good.
hopefully, the one thing I like with Netflix, their
Yeah.
Netflix originals are way better than them putting on a show that's already been on and putting it on Netflix.
So yeah, hopefully they don't drop the ball. I see some good things to come in the future. I definitely know, once again, the family can get more involved. Hopefully the extended family gets a little bit more involved. I'd like to see Rich Granny and everybody else come through. The mysteries definitely can be solved.
Eventually.
Yeah, the mysteries
Unless they
can-
drag it on to season 2, which would be
I hope
great.
they don't. I hope
Which
they
would
don't.
be
No,
great.
I hope they don't end it on a cliffhanger. I hope they like resolve this season, and then season 2 we just go along for another ride or something. I don't want it to be like a cliffhanger thing. I mean, I know that's how to draw people back in, but it's a good.
They'll probably
it's a
solve
good-
the majority of it and then just
Yeah.
leave like a little bitty cliffhanger.
It's a good series already, so they don't have. I don't think that they have to do that right now, but yeah. So we'll be back here another week with 2 more episodes to review. But so far, so good. Giving it a, I give it an A plus.
Definitely.
And yeah, that's shocking, but that's really good. An A plus, yeah. So until next time, I mean, like nothing more else to say. You ain't got no other closing remarks, nothing.
No, other than I want to watch more of it, like now.
Yeah, most definitely, you're coming. But otherwise, if nothing else to say, then y'all know what to do out there. Everything that the algorithm likes, all the gods like to do or whatever. Leave some comments below. Tell us what you think about the series, if you're going to continue watching it, if you hate it, or whatever, or what they could do differently, or what you like about it. You know, all of the guys, they could do la, hippity do la, or whatever. But otherwise, well, hey, this has been your favorite non Bae, Ken, and I'm about to be signing out. So catch you guys later for the next episode in a week or so.
Deuces.